Yo, what's up, Bonehawk? Shujinkydink here. Welcome to a video all about Mortal Kombat Story Mode. Just kind of brainstorming what they could do next after the Mortal Kombat 11 story. Wasn't super stoked on it. It was a story, I guess, but whenever time travel is involved, it's kind of like, blah. You can do whatever, so just blah. But it wasn't bad for story. There's some cool characters. The whole Sindel story switch thing, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not a huge Sindel fan, so it doesn't really matter. But it actually did kind of make me wonder about a possible avenue for the next story, so let's talk about it.
Accept your death.
So they've had like this storyline going forward since MK9, and it's gone forward and forward, and we got to seemingly what's the end of it, where Liu Kang can now just travel through time and do whatever he wants, or kind of thing. But what I would like to see them do is go back in that current timeline before all this started, and show a little bit of Edenia. Recently on Twitter, I've seen a picture of what Sean Kittleson, I believe, has confirmed as Jade's mother. So I don't know if that's any indication, but Edenia is a pretty cool location that hasn't really been talked about lots in the Mortal Kombat lore, outside like hints here and there kind of thing. So getting like more of an overall picture of it would be pretty cool. So then we know that we have Argus, who's basically like the Raiden of Edenia. Like he looks over the realm and makes sure everything's good and nothing, that the realm's obeying the rules and that kind of thing. So right off the bat, we got Argus, we got Raiden. I'm just curious if there's other defenders of the realms kind of thing, just curious if there's other protectors of the realms. They have like a little CEO kind of meeting where Argus and Raiden are like, hey, what's up, how the kids, But it'd be cool to see like who's looking after Order Realm, who's looking after Chaos Realm, who, if anybody's looking after Outworld, because like they're not doing their job if that's the case. We also got Argus's wife Delia, who is a super humble sorceress who's the good of the nation, kind of just a wholesome person, and we did get to see her a little bit in Armageddon, but it wasn't very long at all. It was one or two cutscenes, and there's still not a whole lot of lore about her that it would be really cool to unearth and learn about, because these are literal gods. How did they get there? How did they choose to get there? Raiden got there somehow. How did they get there, And then, of course, Jay's mother. Maybe that's where she learned how to use her bow staff and her glaives and all that kind of thing, to kind of see that relationship go through, and what kind of inner struggles, did this realm have? Maybe there were rivalries that went too far. Rain, for example, the son of Argus, as he always likes to remind people, he's a literal god, so how did he fit into things? Maybe there was a power struggle, something like that. And then I think I would like to, once we kind of learn about Edenia, and I'm sure they've had dealings with other realms, like Order Realm, for example. They say that they're an ally, but they're not they're aware that they're on kind of shaky grounds there. Of course, Outworld has tried a couple times, I believe, to invade Edenia. So it would be cool to see kind of how they defend them off and blah, blah, blah. And then like the final one where they come in and they kill King Jared, and, Shao Kahn takes his wife and that kind of thing it'd be cool to see how that all kind of plays out. And I think in that whole thing, you would also have some characters like maybe from Forgotten Races, like the Zaterran, for example. You could have maybe more Chameleon that, was long forgotten, or maybe a brand new character that, now Reptile's not the only one. There are other ones, or other significant Tarkatan that come out and take the forefront of the story, representing that realm. And then, of course, you have their relationship with other realms as well, with like Hotaru, who's a character I actually thought was pretty original and pretty cool. I like the whole realm idea they did, but it would be nice if he was fleshed out a little bit more, had a little bit more personality, and a little bit more understanding of why he is the way he is, and how that realm came to be, and how, it's yin-yang kind of counterpart. Havoc kind of played into that whole role as well. The Cleric of Chaos, There's all these cool characters that could kind of revolve around a good story around Edenia that would just make for, I think, a good, awesome lore, and answer a lot of questions and add some more things in here and there. And I think on top of that, they could maybe start to build up on some other storylines, like maybe the Great Kung Lao or something like that. So for the next one, we can kind of see the Great Kung Lao, how that whole event kind of shaped out, So this is an idea I had because seeing like people not so happy with the Sindel kind of story turn there. Is it Retcon? Do you pronounce the T? I don't know. I'm not sure. But tell me, do I pronounce the damn T? Because I've been asking myself this question in my head for like 2 weeks. I don't know the answer, and I'm embarrassed to ask anybody, but here I am, in front of a bunch of people asking that question. Let me know. Yeah, that was just an idea for where I think they could go. I think the Kombat Kids thing we're kind of done with that storyline, I think. So, not that they aren't really great characters, but I just don't think we need to continue to go down that route right now. I think that story's kind of done for the time being. And having a story done in the past without introducing us to all these, kind of overdone characters would be make for an interesting story. And maybe as a true Mortal Kombat fan, you would, really appreciate that more than kind of a forced time travel saga, But that's just my idea. Maybe it's a bad one. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. What kind of a Mortal Kombat story would you want a brand new original story? You want to go back and see something that happened? You want them just to remaster something? What do you want? What do you want? Let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like because it really helps me out. And subscribe if you haven't, because I make new videos almost every single day. Hashtag Bonehawks, all that stuff, and we'll see all you guys in the next video.
Accept your death.